What's up everybody, this is Master Ian Gamer and welcome to Overwatch 2 Season 8. In this video I'll be taking a look at all the brand new skins and other cosmetics coming as part of this season's Battle Pass and shop updates, along with detailing the brand new Winter Fair mini shop which will be running for the duration of the first half of this season, and also taking a first look at the brand new weapon skins being added which can be equipped on heroes regardless of the skin you used with them. These are pretty neat, so I'll be taking an in-depth look at them and their details. But first and foremost, let's take a look at the skins and cosmetics for the brand new tank hero, Mauga. So first up, we're going to hop in and take a look at his skins. We have the default skin. We've already seen this, so nothing to take a look at here. But looking at his two legendaries, first up, we have Bone Splinter. This is part of the Battle Pass, so we'll be seeing that earnable as we make our way through it, but just getting an initial look at it here. Take a close-up of the weapons as well. I do like the detailing with all the bones and sort of like maybe carapace type bits that surround it. But next up, we have a shop legendary skin, Magma. Really interesting design, seeing him as like a stone golem-esque deity creature thing made out of lava and hardened chunks of magma. Close-up of the weapons. They have a sort of stone and bits of metal type design on it, with the lava-y bits at the back. Pretty cool looking. And there's the other gun, pretty similar, but for the other hand. And unfortunately, those are the only two legendaries he has. One of them being a shop skin and the other being a battle pass skin. It doesn't look like he has any base legendary skins at all, which is kind of disappointing, to be honest. I don't know if those are something that are going to get added after the fact or just aren't on the preview server at the moment, but yeah, kind of disappointing. Either way though, we do get a look at his base recoloring skins, Lava being a red recolor. Nothing too fancy there. Ocean blue. Calm green. And sand being a white. And taking a look at his highlight intros, first up we have the heroic one, which is nothing special. We already saw that during the trial weekend back at BlizzCon. We also have Cha-Cha and Gunny. You've Got My Attention. And Master Tracker, which is of course part of the Battle Pass. Looking at his emotes, we have the default heroic emote. Again, one we've already seen at this point. Then we get Face Off. Holler. Hunker Down, which is his sitting emote. Just taking a seat. Laugh. I quite like the facial expressions for a lot of these. And Peck Dance. Oh my. For his victory poses, we have the heroic one. Back Flex. All Me. Cracking Knuckles. And Thumbs Up. And also taking a quick look at his golden weapons. So this is the golden weapon for the left gun and the right gun. Pretty shiny. But moving on now to the Battle Pass for Season 8, I will just real quickly mention that on the preview server, for whatever reason, the icons along the bottom don't seem to be loading properly, but I'm sure that'll be fixed on live servers, and we can still take a look at the cosmetics themselves. For Tier 1 on the Battle Pass, for the premium track specifically, you unlock the hero Mauga, get to play him right off the bat by getting the premium track, also get the usual 20% XP boost, along with the Nighthawker skin for Ana. This is one which we had sort of sneak peek teased in one of the preview teaser images, and now we can take a look at it and a look at the rifle. Do like the very rudimentary wooden and bone details of it. And a close-up of the sleep dart, which never really gets changed for Ana. We also get the Nighthawker player icon as well. And then moving on to tier 2, we get the Bone Splinter player icon.
The hunted now joins the hunt.
Followed at tier 3 by a Baptiste voice line. The Master Tracker highlight intro for Mauga. The Hunter's Crouch victory pose for Junker Queen. The Scamper spray, teasing a little skin for Wrecking Ball. The Grand Beast name card. Some more Dynamite emote for Junkrat. This is basically just a looping sit emote of him having fun with a campfire.
I like it when the prey fights back.
A Mauga voice line. And the Critter Egg skin for Wrecking Ball. Yes, what a fitting skin. Giving Wrecking Ball a big ol' egg skin with him being a little critter popping out the top of it. Fits with the Season 8 Call of the Hunt theme indeed, and it's only an epic skin. I gotta say, I quite like it. Close-up of the weapon as well. Nothing too special going on there. Next, we get the Snap Kick highlight intro for Zenyatta. Followed by the Yachi Monster souvenir, the Huntress Carnage spray for Junker Queen, the Sawtooth Trapper player icon, the Grand Remains name card,
Survival of the healthiest,
a voice line for Mercy, the Crittermari weapon charm, the Nighthawker spray for Ana, the Huntress player icon, and then the Huntress Junker Queen skin. Very similar to some of the skins she already has, unfortunately, but this I think is more all out, given that it is a full proper legendary. It looks pretty cool, I gotta say. Close-up of the weapons, the axe right there. The scattergun. And the knife. I actually quite like the design of the knife for this, with the teal sort of almost gemstone-esque blade. Really cool looking. Next up, though, we get a new highlight intro for Kiriko, healing Fuda.
This is no game. This is survival.
Followed by a voice line for Ramatra. The Egg Thief spray. The Exo-Ram player icon. The Order Arms victory pose for Ana. Toxic Waste weapon charm. Hazardous Wasteland name card.
You will not be caged again.
A voice line for Wrecking Ball. The Exospine souvenir. And the Hazmat skin for Reaper. I gotta say, this is such a cool skin. This is definitely one of my favorite skins this season. I love the hazardous environment suit designs that a lot of heroes have been getting at this point, and this is no exception. Love the colors, love the detail of it. So good looking. Close-up of the shotgun as well, with the toxic chemicals in it. Next, we get a victory pose invitation for Ramatra. The Bountiful Hunt spray for Junker Queen.
as the arrow flies.
An Ash voice line. The Graffitero name card. Hazmat spray for Reaper. Grand Horn souvenir. The Beast Whisperer player icon.
Bullseye.
Voice line for Cassidy. Run this show highlight intro for Ash. And the Graffitero skin for Lucio. Again, another skin that doesn't quite fit with the season's theme, but it's pretty cool. A graffiti skin, basically, which isn't something I ever would have thought of for Lucio, but definitely fits him pretty well. I really like the detail of the mask. I think that's a pretty neat look. Close-up of the weapon as well. Take a look at it there. And next, we get a rather interesting emote for Kiriko. Sign thanks.
Arigato.
What's so special about this one is that not only does it play a voice line when she uses it, but they actually animated her to lip sync her saying the voice line, which is something really unique that we haven't really seen with other emotes before. We of course have the laughing emotes where characters will open their mouths, but this one is the character outright saying the word, which is a really cool detail for them to add, and I certainly hope we see them doing that with more emotes and heroes going forward.
Arigato.
Next up, we get the Trapped spray for Junkrat. The tagging victory pose for Lucio.
Nice day. For an execution.
Junker Queen voice line. And at tier 45, free-to-play players will unlock Mauga as a hero. But for the premium track, you also get the Meat in Bone weapon charm. Then the Woodland Beast name card. Street Beast spray. Critter player icon.
You wouldn't last a day on the savannah.
Voice line for Doomfist. And then the Sawtooth Trapper skin for Junkrat. This is an epic skin fitting with the season's theme, where he's seemingly trapped himself. He's got a steel trap on his head that he's wearing like a hat. Kind of a funny detail, feels very fitting for Junkrat though. Looking at the weapons, we have the Riptire, nothing too fancy since it is just an epic skin. The Concussion Mine, Frag Launcher, Steel Trap, and the Detonator. Next up, we get a handstand push-ups emote for Sojourn, which seems to be an infinitely looping one-handed push-up emote. Spawned spray for Wrecking Ball. The Hazmat player icon.
Round place, round time.
A voice line from May. The Sawtooth Trap souvenir. The Frog Tag player icon. The Intimidation spray for Mauga. Aquatic Beast name card.
I live for the thrill of the kill.
Voice line for Reaper. And then the Bone Splitter skin for Mauga, which we already took a look at, so I won't hold on it too long. Next, we get a new highlight intro for Reaper, Death Appears.
No one is greater than the game.
Voice line for Sombra. The Toxic Waste spray for Reaper. The Desert Beast name card. The Wind Down emote for Widowmaker. Is another sitting emote, very similar to Junkrat's, which we previously took a look at.
I am a sly and stealthy hunter.
Voice line for Junkrat. The Beast Fang weapon charm. Exo Beetle souvenir. The Graffitero spray for Lucio, and then the Beast Whisperer skin for Zenyatta. An epic skin themed for the Call of the Hunt season, which, I don't know, kind of simple in my opinion, nothing too fancy. This is a bit of a tribal sort of design going with the mask atop his head. Close-up of the orbs as well. Nothing too fancy here. Pretty simple epic skin as far as I'm concerned. And next up then we have the Grand Beast weapon charm. The Graffitero player icon, the Hunt's Reward spray, the Arctic Beast name card, the Beast Tracks spray.
You do not want to hear me roar.
Voice line for Orisa, the Take a Bow victory pose for Lifeweaver, the Exo Ram weapon charm, the March emote for Soldier 76, and last but well, probably not least, we have the Grand Beast skin for Orisa, this season's Mythic skin. Yeah, let's talk about it. So this skin has already received a pretty lukewarm reception, I think, from the community. A lot of people comparing it to her Mega Soma skin and how similar it looks. And I gotta say, for a Mythic skin, I guess it's pretty cool, but I kind of agree that I would have liked to see something a bit better, a bit more interesting, a bit more unique. It does, unfortunately, like so many recent Mythic skins, not have a whole ton of customization to it. You can take a look at the two weapons. This is the first version, and then the second one is that. It's like one has the little claws at the end, the other one basically doesn't. It's not that exciting of a difference in weapon, and unfortunately, taking a look at the javelin itself, which has a cool design. I like the little like antlion-esque mandibles at the end of it. I think that's pretty cool. But the javelin doesn't even change between the two weapon versions. It just stays the same, which I think is a really big missed opportunity on their part. Looking at the colors though specifically, first up we have the deserty sand tan color, which is the default, followed by the frozen arctic wintry white and blue. I think this one looks quite nice. The red aquatic, evidently, color scheme. and the purple and orange Garchomp looking color scheme, which I think is nice. Either this one or the Arctic one is probably my favorite. So overall, yeah, probably one of the weaker Mythic skins we've gotten in Overwatch thus far, which is a little disappointing, but it does at least have some unique voice lines, sound effects, and animations, which I'll go ahead and show off for you here.
Only through struggle do we survive. The beast rages. Only the fittest survive. Hey! Mind the claws!
And then beyond Grand Beast itself, we also at tier 80 get the Grand Beast player icon, along with the Beast Unleashed spray. And taking a look now at the titles you earn past tier 80, first up we have Easy Prey, Scavenger, Pack Animal, Tracker, Nocturnal Creature, Aerial Hunter, Monster Slayer, and Behemoth. Now before I move on to the Hero Gallery to take a look at the Season 8 shop skins, I do need to show you all the brand new Winter Fair, which is a sort of Battle Pass shop hybrid type thing that Blizzard is introducing specifically for the winter season. And basically the way this works is as you play Overwatch, you earn tickets, which you can see down here. You can see there's both a free and a premium track, which I'll touch on in just a second. But as you complete games, for every 9 games you finish, or having wins count as double progress, you earn 10 tickets, or plus 30 tickets for 40 total if you have premium unlocked, and these tickets are then used to unlock specific cosmetic items along these tracks. So if we take a look at the tracks themselves, first up we have this one featuring a brand new Baptiste skin, Formal Wear. There you go, Formal Baptiste skin. About time he got a new skin, and it looks pretty nice. You can also unlock the Formal Wear Baptiste player icon and the Sparkle and Shine spray, or a different track has the Kerrigan Widowmaker skin, an older skin coming back around, available as part of the Winter Fair, the Terran player icon, the Ornament Spray for Lifeweaver, as well as the Ornament Spray for Mauga, and the Northern Dreams name card. This track features the wrapping paper skin for Reinhardt, which is actually a recoloring of his cardboard skin, now done in a festive wrapping paper color scheme, as well as the Winter Jammies skin for Ilari, which again is a recolor of her llama pajamas skin, but now with a festive color scheme to it. You also have the Winter Hearth name card and the Ilari ornament spray. And the fourth track features the new Formal Wear Cassidy skin, again fitting a sort of formal theme, the Longhorn name card, the Smoking Gun highlight intro, and the Longhorn weapon charm and Bang Bang spray. Now at the time of me doing this video, unfortunately don't know the actual prices for any of these given things in tickets. This isn't something we really have specific details on the preview server, but we do know that by unlocking tickets, you will be able to purchase various goods from these 4 separate tracks. And depending on whether or not you have the premium track, presumably you'll be able to earn everything from all 4 tracks by the end of the event, which of course ends on January 9th as indicated here in the details. Now, the other key thing to note here is that there is a premium track for this Winter Fair ticket progress thing, and the way this works is it's like the Battle Pass where you have to purchase it separately in order to actually get the bonus tickets. However, a key detail is that it appears this is fully independent of the Battle Pass itself, which we just took a look at. So if you purchase the Battle Pass for Season 8, you will have to also separately purchase the Premium Event Pass, which on its own is 500 Overwatch coins or about $5. Kinda wish this had just been bundled into the Premium Battle Pass itself, but I guess Blizzard is looking for extra little sources of revenue, and one way to do that is to have a pseudo-paid event sort of thing. Alright, so moving now onto the shop skins specifically that we'll be seeing in Overwatch 2 Season 8. First up, we have a truly phenomenal new skin for Doomfist. Funky. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love this skin. It's super duper flashy, super duper disco. I love the details on the gauntlet with the audio mixer details and the different dials and all the different components of it. This skin is phenomenal. Oh yeah, that's nice. But even more than that, he also got a brand new highlight intro, Get Down. Yes, this is easily one of my favorite skins of the entire season, and the highlight intro goes perfectly along with it. Next up, Reinhardt got Heaven's Devil legendary skin, which is actually, interestingly enough, a recolor of his Reinhardt skin, which was a previous BlizzCon exclusive skin a few years back. So it's interesting to see, much like the Demon Hunter Sombra skin, Blizzard is once again bringing their IP crossover skins back into the game through a slight recoloring sort of variant for them. Now, at the time being, I don't know how exactly the skin is going to be unlocked. I don't know if it's just going to be standard in the shop like most skins are, or if there's going to be some sort of special shop or event type thing happening that lets you unlock this. But it is nice to see that for those of you who maybe missed out on Reinhardt but like the design of the StarCraft-inspired Reinhardt skin, that you'll finally have a chance to get one very similar to it. Now, another thing you may have noticed here on Reinhardt is the addition of the weapon skins category, because yes, Reinhardt was one of the heroes to get a new weapon skin, but I'll be taking a look at all of those after I go through the shop skins, so just hang on a moment, I'll be getting to those soon. Next up, Roadhog got the Polar Hog skin, which fits both the winter theme as well as the Call of the Hunt seasonal theme. Yes, Roadhog is quite famous for being turned into various animals and creatures in his skins, and this time he turns into a polar bear with a hood and all sorts of winter outdoorsy Arctic apparel. Close up of the items as well. He's got a little bait can right there for his take a breather canister. Scrap gun has the bone and wooden components of it, giving it that sort of tribal look. And the hook is a sort of broken hacksaw, it looks like. I quite like the design of this hook. I think that's a really unique way of depicting it. I think it looks pretty cool. Additionally, he also got the slow roast emote, where you can see him just cooking up a bit of meat there over a campfire, pretty similar to the Junkrat and Widowmaker emotes we saw in the Battle Pass. Sigma got a new recolored skin, Plunderer, which is a recolor of his old Halloween Flying Dutchman skin, now done in a non-ghost form, a regular pirate sort of form where he's still human. Kind of underwhelming to see it's just a recolor as opposed to something new, but I suppose it's just simpler for them to recolor an existing skin without having to make a brand new model for it. So in a sense, I guess you could think of it as an epic skin in a way, even though it's legendary quality, because of course it's a legendary model, but nonetheless, pretty decent looking skin. Winston got the Ugly Sweater epic skin, adding him to the list of Overwatch heroes who have some form of ugly sweater. Quite fitting for him, quite festive. I think it's a pretty decent epic skin. Nice to see it. Close-up of the weapon as well, with its own sort of sweater bits and the wooden texturing. Zarya got a new skin, which unfortunately I'm not supposed to show you the name of just yet. Apparently the name's going to be changed between what is on the preview server and what's going to end up going live, so can't say the name of it at the moment, but you can take a look at it right here, and I gotta say, despite only being an epic skin, I think this one looks pretty nice. Again, they do a lot with just recoloring the base skin itself and adding a different headpiece, essentially, to give her what I believe is intended to be a very traditional sort of Russian, Slavic sort of aesthetic, with the hat in particular. And taking a look at the weapon, it has a cold blue icy sort of color scheme for it, which I think looks pretty good overall. She did also get the folk dance emote, which is basically a new dance emote for her. Again, a very Slavic inspired dance, it would seem. I gotta say, I quite like this one. It's a fun and fitting dance for Zarya. Next up, Ashe got the Storm Rider skin, which is, again, a recoloring of a past Overwatch 2 shop skin she got back in Season 3. I will note there are actually quite a few recolored skins this season. We will see quite a few of them going forward, but this one is for Ashe specifically. Close-up of the Dynamite right there. The rifle itself, Bob, and the coach gun. Hanzo also got a recolor, Great Tengu, which is a recoloring of his old Halloween Tengu skin. Having previously been red, this version is now purple. And they look at the bow, nothing too fancy there. Again, this is basically just an epic recoloring of a legendary skin. There's quite a few of these this season. Next up, though, we get an epic skin for May, Cartographer, which seems to fit once again into the Call of the Hunt season specifically, where she has this sort of like adventurer type pseudo-tribal aesthetic going on with the hat and everything, and I do quite like the color scheme for it. I think it's a very fun detail. I like the wooden texture of the canister on the back. That's pretty unique. Little compass on the top of Snowball's head, a fun detail. Take a look at the weapon as well. Again, more wooden texturing. Pretty good. Farah got a new recolor skin as well, Nutcracker, this time a festive themed recoloring of her enchanted armor skin. I gotta say, out of all the Farah skins to get a recoloring, I'm glad they went with enchanted armor because of how cool and unique it is. Sojourn also got a formal wear skin, much like Baptiste and Cassidy, which looks like this. Sort of odd with the little leg thruster things coming out of the side of her pants like that, but you know, overall, very fancy look for it. Close-up of the weapon as well. And along with the skin, she also got a shop emote, Wobble. I suppose this is supposed to be her dance emote? An interesting dance, to say the least, but hey, better than not having any dance emote. Symmetra got another skin recolor as well, Sindore, assuming that's how it's pronounced, a Warcraft-inspired skin, which again is a skin that's a recolor of what was previously a BlizzCon exclusive skin, now having come back with a different palette, but with the same overall model. And interesting to see how much Blizzard is starting to focus on these going forward. You can also look at the teleporter right there, the weapon, and the turrets. Tracer is the fourth and final hero to have gotten a formal wear skin, and honestly, I think this is my favorite out of the four. I really like the simplicity of it. It's very sleek. I like the way the chronal accelerator is integrated into the bow on the front of it. And overall, really stylish, really simple, and I quite like it. A very nice skin for Tracer, to say the least. Close-up of the weapons as well. It does seem like they didn't really change the model of the weapon itself that much, but they did give it a sort of matching color scheme and detailing to fit with the formal attire. And it does also come with the Shrug victory pose. Widowmaker, of course, got a new skin for the Call of the Hunt season, Wild Tracker. Honestly, I feel like Widowmaker gets a lot of skins, and this one seems a little underwhelming to me compared to past Overwatch 2 skins she's gotten. It seemed kind of over-detailed, but I don't know. I don't think it's too bad. There's maybe nothing too special, given how many it seems she gets these days. Taking a close-up of the weapon, I do like the sort of carapace design of different parts of it, with the purple and the spots and little bones integrated into it. Ana, alongside her Battle Pass skin, got the Black Braid recolor, which is a recoloring of her old Corsair skin, again fitting the pirate theme. Willing to bet this and the Sigma skin will end up in a bundle together at some point. Nothing too fancy. Again, just a recoloring of a past legendary skin we've seen before. Close-up of the weapon. And the Sleep Dart. Kiriko also got a recoloring, this time a recoloring of her Timekeeper skin called Festive, which is again, recoloring of an existing legendary skin to fit into the holiday color scheme of the reds and greens and all that, and looks pretty good for what it is just a recoloring, so nothing too fancy. Get a close-up of the Suzu there. I do like the candy cane, peppermint sort of color scheme it has. The Kunai as well. And the Afuda, a little Christmas backing on it with the bells and the snowflakes. Nice little detail. And next up, we come to Mercy, who got what is perhaps going to be the fan favorite skin for this season, Jingle Bell. Yep. It's winter themed, it's casual themed, it's a skin for Mercy, I think it's safe to say people are going to love this skin. Needless to say, I am not surprised they stuck this in the shop as opposed to the battle pass or part of the winter fair event, because yeah, Blizzard's probably going to make a lot of money off this skin. Taking a look at the weapons, the Caduceus staff has a little star at the end of it, along with a little snowman inside the head of the staff. It's a fun detail. And the pistol even has a wood texture with a little red Rudolph nose at the tip. But of course, they couldn't leave it at just the skin itself. Instead, they also added the homemade cookies highlight intro. Mercy mains are eating good this season, you can certainly say that. And the last shop skin for Season 8 to take a look at is an epic skin for Moira Magma. It's the fiery, lava-y, magma-themed epic skin. Not that exciting in my opinion. I think the colors are sort of weird. Seeing her as like a lava demon is kind of strange, I guess. But nonetheless, epic skin for Moira. Alright, so now let's take a look at the weapon skins I mentioned before. 3 heroes got weapon skins this season, the first of which is Reinhardt. So we have his default hammer right there, and then Hard Light. Take a look at that. I quite like the detail of it. Very inspired by Symmetra's Hard Light technology, of course, that we see with Vishkar. Also has a very similar aesthetic to Echo, specifically, which is a interesting detail there. And we can just go ahead and equip it. And what's unique about this is it can be equipped regardless of the skin you're using. So let's say we have like Steelheart, shows the weapon, still is the equipped weapon skin specifically. Go to someone like Griefheart, still has this weapon equipped. So regardless of the skin you're actually using, your weapon will always look like what you have equipped here. Additionally, this weapon skin does have its own unique visuals and sound effects in game, which I'll give you a little taste of here. And the last thing to show off is that, yes, it can be used with the golden gun. So this is the golden version of Reinhardt's Hard Light hammer. Interesting how they're not just like golden or the Hard Light. They're actually 2 separate categories, but it is neat that you get to combine them in this way because of that. The second hero who got a brand new weapon skin is Reaper, who again got the Hard Light shotguns. All 3 heroes who got weapons this time do have the Hard Light theme for their weapons. Pretty cool design there. I love the sort of particle details around it and just the bright translucent blue. Again, this does also have its own unique sound effects, which I'll play for you here. And here's just a quick look at the golden version of the Hard Light Reaper shotguns. And the third hero who got brand new weapon skins is Mercy. Again, Hard Light, taking a look at it. Not quite as visually impressive in my opinion as the other ones we got for Reinhardt and Reaper, but still looks pretty cool. Also, she technically gets 2 because she has 2 weapons, the pistol and the Caduceus staff. We can see the pistol here as well. And again, these do have their own unique sound effects. And we can take a look at the golden version as well. This is what the golden Hard Light staff looks like, and the golden Hard Light pistol. And the last thing to take a look at here before I wrap up this video is, of course, the player customization options for this season. Looking at the shop things specifically, we have the player icons, Formal Wear Tracer, Jingle Bell, Polar Hog, Cartographer May, and Formal Wear Sojourn. For the name cards, we have Golden Invitation, Jingle Bell, Mystic Swan, which is perhaps alluding to a skin which we don't actually have in the hero gallery just yet, maybe tying into the Lunar New Year event, Ugly Sweater, and Funky Fist. And just to show you all real quickly, there are no additional player titles, we just have the basic ones here, which we already looked at as part of this season's Battle Pass. And that does it for all the brand new skins and cosmetic items that'll be coming in Season 8 to the Battle Pass shop and new Winter Fair event. As always, I will be streaming the brand new Overwatch season as soon as it goes live on December 5th. So if you're interested in watching me grind the Battle Pass for myself and play the brand new content, including the brand new hero Mauga, be sure to tune in right here on my YouTube channel. And in the meantime, let me know which of these skins is your favorite by dropping a comment down below. Perhaps you're a big fan of this season's Primal Hunter theme, or maybe you're excited to get some new wintry holiday themed cosmetics. Either way, I'd love to hear your thoughts, and as always, be sure to subscribe, hit up that bell icon, come follow me on X, and join my Discord server to hang out and never miss any of my future Overwatch 2 news, streams, and other content. Special thanks to my YouTube channel members who help make these videos possible, and if you'd like to join them to earn some cool rewards, then just hit that join button down below. Otherwise, this is Master Ian Gamer signing off, and until next time, have a great day.